Happy first day of D2 year. This is literally wild. I feel like it was just yesterday I was sitting down and filming like my first week of dental school last year, or my orientation week in dental school. So this is kind of crazy that we're already starting D2 year. I feel like time is just kind of flying by. But today I have two classes, I believe. I have Pres-Res, which is preservation and restoration of tooth structures. So I have that from 8 a.m. till I believe 2 o'clock p.m. And then from 2 to 4, I have oral pathology. So it'll be interesting. Pres-Res is a series of courses. So I've had the first part and the second part. So this is the third part. So I kind of know what to expect there. I'm not really sure about oral paths, so we'll see how it kind of goes today. But it's pretty early in the morning. It's like 6 o'clock. I figured that I would kind of just have a morning to myself. I'm gonna make myself some breakfast. I think I'm also just gonna hop on my computer and try to look over some of the classes, some of the syllabi, just so I kind of know what to expect for today. And also start just like filling out my calendar. One of our classes is actually completely asynchronous. It's pharmacology, so I figured that if I have a little bit of time this morning, I might try to watch a lecture or two. So we'll see, but I'm just gonna have kind of a slow morning, just kind of ease into the semester. It is after class now. Honestly, it was a really long day. I think back to, like when in elementary school, you had like that first week of school, or even in like high school too, like you just had syllabus week the first week. It was so nice and it was so relaxing. And that is just not the case in dental school. You go and they don't even go over the syllabus. It's like, you know what, we don't have time for that. You read that on your own. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's get rolling. So we had a lot of material today. As I said, we had Pres-Res from 8 a.m. until 2, and so that we had a build a tooth exercise, which was essentially like aesthetic composite layering. I was very confused at first of what I was doing, but it ended up turning out pretty good. I think I took a few clips where I showed you guys how my tooth came out. It actually like looked really good, I thought, and it was kind of fun to be able to learn how to layer composite to kind of make it look like a real tooth. So that was a lot of fun. And then after that, I just started on my project 2 for that course, which is a ton of class 5, class 1, class 2, and class 4 and class 3 preps and restorations. Just a lot of preps and a lot of restorations. I think we work on that project, I think, for like a month. So there's a lot of moving parts to that project, but it'll be a lot of good practice, and I think it'll be good for me to kind of get back into the swing of things of actually, doing my preps and doing my restorations. So that was kind of fun. And then after that, I had oral pathology. We had a whole lecture on developmental defects and just like the oral cavity and how that kind of relates. So we went through a ton of different defects. We didn't even get through the whole lecture. The whole lecture was like 130 slides, and we did not get through it all, but it was kind of nice that he didn't just try to go through the whole lecture. He kind of just let us go and was like, all right, you guys need a mental break. We probably looked super dead too, because we had just come out of Pres-Res and we were very tired. So Mondays are pretty rough. We also only have a 30-minute lunch on Mondays, which usually we have an hour. So it was really quick to kind of just like scarf down a meal and get downstairs and, get back to it. But now I am just sitting down. I'm going to try to finish a lecture. I didn't actually get anything done this morning because our internet was out, unfortunately, so I kind of just looked over like some of the syllabi on my phone, and I just like used my iPad and my hotspot to kind of do it, but I didn't get much done. So I'm gonna try to finish a lecture or two right now, and then the Bachelorette is on tonight, so I think I might have that on in the background while I'm doing a little bit of work later. So that'll kind of be the plan for tonight. Tuesday, everybody. I am headed over to school already. It is about 7:45, so I'm just gonna head over to school. We have fixed prosthodontics today, literally all day from 8 a.m. to 4:30. This is supposed to be one of like the more difficult classes that we're taking this semester, so we'll see how it goes. I'll definitely give you an update kind of afterwards. I believe we have like a few lectures and a few projects today, so a lot to finish. I have a feeling that I'll probably end up in sim lab sometime either tonight or one of the nights this week to finish up the stuff I don't finish today, but hopefully it'll go okay. I'll definitely give you an update afterwards though. From class now. It has been quite a day. This morning we've had 3 very long lectures. The first one we had was all about centric relation and kind of stuff just like reviewing our dental anatomy and occlusion class, which was a good review because a lot of that stuff, it's really very conceptual and kind of hard to understand, so it was a good review definitely. And then we had another lecture on dental materials about alginate and dental stones, which we've kind of had an intro to previously, but it went more into like the chemistry and like the nitty-gritty of it, so that was always fun. Dental materials is always such a good time. And then after that we had some time to kind of work on our project, and essentially the project we were going through today was equilibrating our articulator and then going through and kind of shaving down any of the cuspal inclines to kind of make sure that it was in equilibrium, and then taking that cast and essentially taking an impression of it and pouring up a cast of it. So that was part of our project. It's basically the first part of our project that we're working on, the first project. So that was interesting. I got my impressions checked off, but essentially I kind of let them sit a little bit too long. And if you know alginate, basically it will kind of deform if you let it sit too long. And so I wanted to make sure it was also not like the best impression that I probably could have taken, so I kind of scrapped it. My plan is to go back today and hopefully redo my impressions and actually pour up like the stone and everything. So hopefully I can get that done today. It'll probably be a few hours in the sim lab, but then after working on our project, we had another lecture, an hour-and-a-half lecture on base bows and kind of taking bite registrations and all of that. So that was also a good time. Also talking about our articulators, because we get this fancy articulator this year, which is very exciting, and it's actually exciting. We got all of our dental instruments today. So we got our dental, like our D2 kit is what they call it. So I will definitely show you guys a little bit of what's in the kit. I was supposed to put everything away today, but honestly I just need to go through and like reorganize all of the stuff that I have at the school. Definitely take out a lot of boxes, get rid of the stuff that I don't need anymore. I have a lot of like old casts and stuff that I might not throw away, but I'd probably just bring home and keep them in a box here, but I definitely don't need them at school. So I couldn't really find much space to put all of my dental instruments in, so I kind of just brought it home for now, but it'll be fun. I can kind of show you guys, but for now I'm just gonna run a quick errand. I gotta go and get some stamps and mail something. I don't have any stamps. So the post office closes at 5:30 and it is 4:48. So I'm gonna go quick walk over there and see if I can get some stamps and mail something. And then hopefully I'm gonna come back, eat an early dinner, hopefully, and then go back to the school. I figured that while I go back and redo all of the impressions that I took and pour up my cast tonight, hopefully I can, in between, like while I'm waiting for the cast to set and stuff, I can hopefully put all my dental instruments away. But I'm gonna go run to the post office. I'll show you guys a quick little review of what I got in my dental D2 kit, and then hopefully I can get some dinner going and go back to school. So it'll be a busy evening. Okay, please excuse all of the boxes behind me. I am still moving into my apartment, so there's just boxes and stuff everywhere. Everything doesn't have a place yet, but I thought I'd show you guys, this is my whole dental kit, and I thought I'd kind of just like quick show you guys what's in here. All right, so starting off, we have our articulator, which I know one of my professors from last semester always called this like the gold Ferrari of articulators, because it's a big fancy one, and it's probably like half of my money for all of my dental instruments. And then what else? There's something in this box, I'm not really sure what it is. What does it say? Some surveyor or parallelometer. I'm not really sure what that is, but I'm sure it'll be fun to use. I have one of these little like bite plates. We have, what is this? An aerosol for articulation. We have a little like putty knife, a little sandbox. We have some new wax, which is really exciting, and it's this like pink color, which is really fun. Some teeth. I'm not really sure what this is, but I'm sure I'll find out. Obviously there's like a lot of burrs in here. We have some new like replacement burrs as well, and then a ton of different dentiforms. These aren't open, I guess, so I'm not gonna open them yet, but a ton of dentiforms. Like I have that one. We have this one. I'm not really sure like which one's which yet, but I'm sure we'll find out as time goes on. And then yeah, we have little like magnetic plates for the articulator, because it is one of those like magnetic ones where you can take the cast on and off just with a magnet, which is really cool. We have new impression trays, which is really nice. We have some like the regular set putty, which will be very helpful, I'm sure. I also have another box of this already, so I'm not sure why I have two. I'm sure we'll get through it, hopefully. Little dye spacers, and then like random things like, you know, floss and that type of stuff. We have more articulating paper, more articulating foil, or that shim stock foil. Yeah, I think that's pretty much it. On top of that, just like a lot of burrs, a lot of teeth, and there's a lot of stuff also that said that like we're gonna get it in class. So it's been ordered for us, but we're not gonna get it until we actually use it on that day. So yeah, that is basically all that's in my day 2 dental kit. I'm gonna put this all away, eat a little bit of dinner, and then haul this back to the dental school and put it all away and start doing my impressions and my pour-ups. I have a lot to do today, obviously. Very long day. It's like 10 p.m. right now, and I went into lab around like 6, but thankfully I think I got the whole thing done. I was able to take the impression, I poured up the cast, I let it set and trim it and created the base. So I think the only thing I have left to do is create some grooves in the base to make sure that it can stick to that mounting plate, and say if it does come off, it's easy to kind of just place right where we need it to go. So that's the only thing I have left to do, but you have to have the cast be completely dry, and I had the cast completely wet to trim it. So I'm definitely just gonna let it dry tonight, and then hopefully tomorrow I have a little bit longer of a lunch, so maybe I can go in and create those grooves and just be done with the project. But right now I am very ready to just take a shower and go to bed. I am very tired, so I am gonna head to bed, and I will talk to you guys tomorrow morning. Hello, happy Wednesday. I am definitely a lot more awake right now. It's Wednesday afternoon. This morning we had our periodontal therapy class, so we kind of just had a whole lecture about periodontitis grading and staging, which we've kind of had before, but it was definitely a good review. And then after that we had oral path again. We finished the lecture that we had on Monday and started a little bit of a new lecture on anomalies of teeth. So That class is just very dense. I think I said that on Monday too, but it's just a lot of information. So I'm definitely gonna have to figure out a good way to keep all of the different like pathologies straight and get a good way of just memorizing that. I think it'll be very similar to microbiology and the fact that like it's just a lot of straight memorization and then being able to apply that information as well. So hopefully that'll go okay. And now, thankfully, we have a 2-hour lunch today, which is really nice. It's kind of a good break because I feel like I have been go literally all week. And so I'm going to take some time during this lunch, get a little bit of work done, and maybe start making some study guides and stuff because I feel like there's a lot of information that's been thrown at me. And I definitely need to kind of just get it all organized and kind of understand and digest the material a bit. But I'm definitely just going to take some time right now, make some study guides, get some work done, and then I will be going back around 1 o'clock. We have our removable prosthodontics class today. So usually on Wednesdays we'll have the lab portion for 3 hours and then lecture on Friday. But this week he said that we actually don't have lab. It's going to be all lecture today. So we're meeting in a classroom and I think it's like 3.5 hours of lectures. So lots of lecture today, lots of information this week. But I guess if that's any indication of how this semester is going to go, I'm definitely going to be learning a lot. So but I'm going to take some time and just relax, chill, and get some work done. Ever since I checked in last night, I ended up literally just unpacking all of the stuff that was in my apartment. So we finally can see the floor. It's nice. We spent a lot of hours unpacking those. So that was basically last night. I also just made dinner and stuff last night and went grocery shopping. So I definitely feel like the apartment is definitely coming together. But now I am headed off to a spin class. I don't actually have class today. It's Thursday. I don't have class today because I have rotations all day today, but I'm not scheduled for any rotations. So I don't have class, which is really nice. So I've been catching up on work this morning, heading to a spin class right now. And then there's a school picnic later today, which I think I might head over to later. So that's the plan for today.